Hey friends, what's up? Brad Hussey here. I thought I'd shoot a quick video just to share something personal, and um, maybe it'll be something you'll find useful. Maybe it will be inspiring to you. Maybe it will encourage you to take a step in the direction that maybe you've been afraid to take. So I thought I'd just share a story, and that's all this is, with maybe one word of wisdom at the end, and then I'll sneak a little call to action in here, something that I would like to invite you to do. So here's the deal. About 9 years ago, I started freelancing full time as a web designer, building sites, the whole kit and caboodle. I still freelance. I still build sites. I still get paid by clients to build things for them on the internet. So very cool to look back and to think I've been doing this for almost 10 years. So my children know no different. Dad has always worked from home, and it's neat. It's really been something that I've been grateful for. Been a blessing. So what I want to share though is 9 years ago when I started freelancing, as you know, freelancing is very up and down, feast and famine. I call it mountains and valleys. And basically, I had a dip in my income. One of the first times I had a dip in my income as a freelancer, which is inevitable, as any freelancer would know. And it scared me. It freaked me out. It was like I started freelancing full time. I was really confident, and I've been doing pretty well on the side for quite a while. So I was pretty confident. But then that dip really freaked me out. And for a number of reasons. One, we moved to a new city that didn't really have any job prospects as a web designer at the time. And most importantly, my wife was about to give birth to our first baby just a few months later, maybe 5 or 6 months down the line. And I thought, this can't happen. I need to freelance. I need this flexibility because I love this. And I want to be able to be home. I want to be able to watch my baby grow up. And this lifestyle is worth so much more than a salary of a full-time job. But this up and down is scary, and I don't see it being sustainable. And I knew that from the very beginning. I saw that, and when I experienced it, it was real. So I said, I need to build a bridge across this valley, and I need to be able to have that maintain so that when freelance income waxes and wanes, ebbs and flows, as it always does, I would have something to get me across, to get my family across. And so I did that, but I didn't. In hindsight, I see how I did that, and I like sharing how I did that. But at the time, I just took a shot in the dark. So my wife suggested, why don't you teach? Why don't you teach online? Teach what you know, teach web design, teach coding, teach HTML, And so I thought, okay, yeah, sure. At the time, nearly 10 years ago, that wasn't as common of an idea. It was actually a strange idea. Now it's very common. It's obvious. But at the time it wasn't. So I did some research and came across a website called Udemy.com. Again, wasn't very popular at the time. Signed up. I was one of the earliest instructors. I created a simple PSD to HTML and CSS course. Many of you watching this video might even be students, original students from then, or have enrolled recently, in which case, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been a literal life changer. And so I want to share something about that. I almost didn't hit publish on it. I almost didn't say yes to doing that because it was a weird idea. I was spending all this time planning out a course, teaching beginners how to take a Photoshop document, slice and dice it, and then code it in HTML5 and CSS3, and then film the video, screen record, put it into curricula, make quizzes, and then publish it. It took a lot of time. And I didn't know what to price it at. I didn't know any of this. And I have no idea if it was going to work or if it was going to succeed or any of that. So I almost didn't hit publish. It seemed like a wasted idea. It seemed like it wasn't worth doing, because how could I have known at the time? Well, I am so glad that I did commit and I actually hit publish on that thing that freaked me out, because, oh my goodness, has it ever paid off? And I mean in many ways. In many ways. Over the years, the torrent of opportunities that came from that one decision have been completely mind-blowing. And I say this humbly as I possibly can. I'm going to share some stuff about this that might seem braggy, and I apologize. I would hesitate to share this if that's how it came across. But I'd like to share it in a more honest and humble way. I had no idea this could ever happen. I just decided to take a chance on something that I thought wouldn't work. And so here are some of the opportunities that came from it. Not only did the course sell, it started getting picked up in the marketplace. It started making money, passive income, as they say. Though passive is a very relative term, because in order for something to continue to be passive, you have to actively manage and maintain it. I've paid a customer support person for about 5+ years now, every single week, to help me with customer support on all of my Udemy courses. So passive is relative, but it still is money while you sleep. So I'm very grateful for that. So that started to grow. And as that grew, I started to gain new web design clients, leads and clients who were attracted by the authority of my authority in the industry that was perceived and also real as I grew and became more mature in the space. And also people started to notice, whoa, like you're a popular instructor. Again, popular is relative. There are many more popular instructors on the platform and the marketplace than myself. But it was big enough where people went, whoa, oh, you're that guy. Cool. Like, can you build my site for me? Which I was very happy to have had that be a lead generator. Brilliant. It helped me grow an audience, an email list that has sustained me over the years. That's allowed me to create new products and services and courses and websites and helped inform certain decisions. And it's been really cool being able to have a back and forth with an audience. So cool. I ultimately became one of the top Udemy instructors. I don't know what number, possibly I could find out. I don't know if it was that high, but it was high enough where I'm routinely on the homepage and suggested for new students. And it's at this point, I have over 700,000 enrollments in my courses on Udemy. So that's hard to fathom. I come from a town of like 18,000 people. So to think that I have students enrolled to the tune of nearly 1 million people, like it's crazy. That's pushed me to create more courses, to create more opportunities to teach what I know and for people to learn what I teach. I love it. I love teaching. I love creating. I love video. I like being silly on camera. I like web design. I get to synthesize all these passions of mine and just to see people grow from the stuff that I create. And I've over the years had these genuinely amazing, heartfelt, like moving messages from people all over the world who have taken my web design and coding and design courses and freelancing courses and been like, you've helped me in this way, or you helped me get through this hard time, or you helped me get a job, you helped me change my career. I still get people these days going, man, I took that Udemy course like 6 years ago and it changed the trajectory of my career. And that to me is like, I won't take credit for any of that. I'm just humbled and honored that I could merely be a light upon your path. So thank you if I've helped you. I really appreciate having been a part of your journey in even a modest, simple way. You're the one who does all the work. You're the one who decided to allow me into your world, if but for an hour or two. So thank you. It also grew my professional network, like significantly. Like I get to talk to people of up and coming startups and companies and things like that. That like I'm like, do I really get to be in the room with some of these people? This is crazy. They know. Do you know who you're talking to? Like, I do not belong here, whether that's virtually or physically. Like I get to connect with some people, which has been really cool and has opened up other opportunities. And then most importantly, above all of this, what's been the most special and important to me is that all of this has ultimately allowed me to provide for my family for like 9 years, almost 10 years. And I don't see that changing because I I don't know an alternative way now. It's been so long. I've worked one job professionally for less than a year, and almost 10 years of my working life have been like this. This is how I do it. Now, recently, something happened that blew my mind because of that decision nearly 10 years ago. One would think that was enough, what I just shared. And again, I don't want that to come across as bragging. I apologize if it seems like that. It's just me being in shock, really. I was sifting through my overcrowded email inbox, which is mostly spam. Newsletters, spam. I mean, you get it. It's like whatever your spam is, mine's probably times 10. And that's not bragging. That's me saying, please help. If you have an email strategy to take care of that issue, please pass it along because I could use some tips. Excuse me. So anyway, an email came across and I nearly deleted it, as I usually do. I usually batch delete everything. Have you ever heard of email bankruptcy, where you just declare email bankruptcy? Simply select all, delete. I can't handle it. I've done that a few times. Now, I have a few systems in place that help me to pick out the gems amidst the mess. And I'm decent at it, but I am shocked. I nearly deleted this email. It was from a brand partnerships consultant of sorts, offering me the opportunity to create a fun video ad, like a YouTube ad for a software company. Now, this software company is a software company that you would have heard of. You most certainly know, especially if you're a web designer. And I admired them and the work they've done, the products they've created. And I thought, whoa, seriously? Did this go to the right person? And so usually I ignore these sorts of requests, but not because I'm too good for them, but just simply because many of these opportunities lead nowhere. I've said yes to a lot of things. And it usually just is a lot of work on my end. And then nothing really remarkable will happen on the other end when I could have just focused on getting another client or something. So in this case, I was like, no, this seems legit and pretty exciting. And hey, why not? I kind of need a shake up here. Last couple of years at least, with the pandemic and everything, I've kind of got shook, personally, professionally, been a bit of a professional rut, just kind of trudging through, praying for clarity on what actions I should take and whatnot. But just trudging through, doing my best, showing up weekly for my students in my freelancing mastermind, and helping where I can and creating where I can and doing client work. But like being completely like, I don't know what's next. I'm kind of lost here. Having a bit of a hard time for 2 years. I created random things. I started new things. I experimented, and it was hard. So, I thought, you know what, this is cool. This is something different. Let's do that. So basically I accepted the gig. I created the quirkiest video ad that I possibly could. I got to write it, direct it, film it. It's neat. I had full creative control, and you might end up seeing the ad on YouTube at some point. If you do, let me know. And I thought that was that. Or so I thought. Until the ad caught the attention of one of the partnerships director at this company, who ultimately offered me a brand partnership deal, which would enable me to build and grow the absolute best, most high quality YouTube channel and community around what I have loved from day one, which is designing and building for the web, combined with video and creating. How could I not? So after a little back and forth, it's always good to negotiate. I've learned that over the years. I accepted the deal. And now, and I'm kind of in shock here. So pardon my trying to process this. Now I have a reinvigorated sense of purpose that I have been asking for, that I've been praying for, that I've been looking for, that I've been struggling towards the last couple of years. I have the support of a software company that I admire, that believes in me. And now I am augmented with an incredible team, like an actual team of a YouTube channel manager who is absolute fire, video editors, like legit video editors, community social media managers. And I literally get to wake up, create, write, storyboard, script, film, make videos about the very thing that got me started in my career at the very beginning. All because I decided to say yes to doing a thing that I didn't think would work almost 10 years ago. And all of this came after a couple of really hard years in business for me. And like I said, with a lack of direction and purpose and lack of passion, but just doing it anyway, because this is what I know and I'll figure it out. So the point here is this: one little decision can change your entire trajectory. So what I want you to take away from this, if anything, is if you have something to share, to create, and you are afraid of putting it out there, just do it. You literally have no idea where it may lead you. It may go nowhere, but it may take you everywhere or somewhere that you were meant to go. And I don't know what that looks like for you. Just like I didn't know what it would look like for me, because I'm just figuring this out as I go. So I encourage you to do that. If you take anything from this, if you're afraid to share something, try something, do something, give it a try. Give it an honest shot. Now, my one invitation for you, aside from that, if you want to find out about what it is that I'm talking about, this new partnership, this venture that I am literally in shock and overjoyed, excited to be a part of, you're going to have to check out my new YouTube channel. I will leave you with that. There's going to be a link. You could also just go to bradhussey.ca/YouTube, and that'll take you right to the channel. And if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the videos, if you enjoy the style, then I invite you to subscribe. Check out the videos. Follow along. We're building a community as well, as I mentioned. It's called the Creative X Crew. A little hint at what the channel is called, Creative X. And I'm really excited about this. And I'm at the very kind of early stages of this journey, and I invite you to follow along and see this new stage in my career. I'm super excited. We publish two videos a week, 2 high quality, high production value, fun, exciting videos a week. I'm also not too precious about it because I want to get things moving and I want to figure things out as we go. I'm doing this pretty much full time. I want to see what works, what doesn't. And so if you have suggestions, questions, ideas, if you want to push back on an idea, tell me about it because that'll help me. So God is good, my friends. And thank you for being a part of my journey. Here's to you and taking little risks. Catch you in the next one.